Hello guys, my name is Brittni-ann and I'm here to give my victory testimony about what happened to me last year, 2019, in regards to tuition for university. Right? I hope this testimony is a blessing to someone and it will encourage you if you are worrying about your tuition being paid. So it was in the summer of 2018 and I just left sixth form and I was thinking, I have faith. I want God to pay my tuition. I have so much faith in Him that anything comes my way, I'm telling you, I am ready for it. I have enough faith that when I sign up for these scholarships, I signed up for about a good amount of scholarships. And I did not get any of the scholarships, but I thought that God was going to work through the scholarships because of the placement that I got in Cape and after sixth form. And I thought that yes, if I sign up for the scholarships and I have faith in it, then God is going to come through with the scholarships. But as everyone keeps telling me that God doesn't only work in one way, not because God didn't come through in the way that you wanted Him to, doesn't mean that He's not going to come through. And so it was first semester and I was wondering how my tuition was going to be paid, because when I signed up in the summer, I didn't get any one of the scholarships I signed up for. I signed up for almost everything: NCB, Sagicor, Grace Kennedy, everything that there is, I signed up for them and I didn't get any. Now, I think I did the Mobe City Run, right? And I registered for that one and I got a grant. The grant could pay a certain amount. It wasn't much. And so God sent my mentor and she paid a portion of the first semester fee, and the fee from the grant was paid as well, and also from savings and from my mother, and it just pretty much trickled into just paying little. And so I got through first semester. Now it was in second semester, and it was after worrying about first semester and how was I gonna pay for my tuition, and it was like God said, do not worry. I remember, I think in August He said, do not worry. And I said, God, there's nothing to worry about because I'm not worried. I have enough faith. I have all the faith that I need that you're gonna come through. So I'm not worrying, And it was after first semester I realized that, hey, I started to worry because I expected God to come through with the scholarships and He didn't. And what I was trying to do for that first semester was I was trying to read the scripture and trying to encourage myself. And when I went to church and I expected to get some other form of comfort, some other reassurance that God is going to come through, I kept hearing back the scriptures. And it's like when I hear the scriptures, I know that the scripture is supposed to encourage you, but I didn't feel encouraged reading them. It was like I don't want to hear any more of the scripture. I want to see the love. And you see, when we put so much trust in God, and it's almost as if God disappoints us because we expected Him to come through in the way, through scholarships. We expected Him to come through in a particular way and He didn't. It's hard because you feel disappointed. Well, I felt disappointed. And I know that we're not supposed to be disappointed in God, but I felt disappointed because He was the one that I trusted to come through. And I had so much faith, So first semester was pretty much persons helping me to pay for my tuition. Then second semester came now, that started in January. And so for the month of January, when we had break, I was praying and I worshiped. I did exactly what they told me to do. They said to pray, to worship, and that's what I did. And so I thought that if I prayed and I worship, I'm going to get this scholarship, or I'm going to, somehow my second semester is going to be paid off and I'm not going to worry. You know, I worried last semester and it was paid. So I'm not going to worry about second semester. It will be paid. Now, February came now. I signed up for a monthly payment at UWI. First month late fee. Second month late fee. And it was late and it was late. And I tried to pay it. So I got in contact with my church and they paid a portion of it. But I was still out by $80,000, I think. And now we're in March. Exams are in April, and you know you can't sit your exams unless you pay your full tuition. And I'm saying, God, hey, okay, I understand that your timing is perfect and I am not going to rush you. I'm not going to be impatient. I'm going to wait on the blessing. You know, you're gonna come through right on time. And April came and the money is not paid and I still owe it. Exams are in April, and you know you can't sit your exams unless you pay your full tuition. And I'm saying, God, hey, okay, I understand that your timing is perfect and I am not going to rush you. I'm not going to be impatient. I'm going to wait on the blessing. You know, you're gonna come through right on time. And April came and the money is not paid and I still owe $80,000. I'm like, what am I going to do, God? Like, exams are right there and I can't sit the exams if my fee isn't paid, and I have no other way out. No, I was working part-time at an accounting firm, and it was in April. I was saying, God, how comes you don't come through yet? And it's not like I am rushing you. It's them. They are rushing me to rush you because it's their timing. It's them set the exam, not me. You know, so I need you to come through by a certain time, and you're not coming through, God. And so I spoke to my boss, and he paid that $80,000 that was outstanding, and that was, I think, couple days before my exam. It's like a week before my exam started, and I got it paid. And in the moment, I wasn't grateful at all. I wasn't grateful because I know we're supposed to say, yes, God came right on time. You see, you needed it and He came right on time. Yes, I understand that. But in the moment, I just felt like, God, you took a little bit too long. You know, you like, why did I have to go through so much stress? And it wasn't as if I was asking you for something that was bad. I was asking you for tuition. Tuition for school is something good. Why am I deprived of it? And you, God, who own the entire universe, you are my Father who owns the whole universe. I shouldn't here be worrying about when you're going to come through, if you're going to come through, because I expect you to. So I was disappointed with God, and I decided in myself that, hey, for second year of UWI, I am going to do things my own way. I am not going to go through so much stress. I'm not going to worry about second semester. I'm going to ensure that I find a way to pay for my tuition. So I decided to go on this work and travel program. The school, I think it's a J1. That's a J1 program. And what you do, you go abroad and you work in the summer, and then you raise the money and you pay your tuition coming September, right? So I went on that program, and I basically took up things in my own hands. I was saying, God, I tried it your way. I was worrying. You took a little bit too long. I don't think I should have gone through so much stress. And so here's what. I'm going to do things my own way. I'm going to ensure that I never have to worry about anything ever again. So I decided to do the work and travel program. Now, that was the biggest mistake of my life. Right, guys. So Part two, I was planning to go on the work and travel program, and I am supposed to leave in May. No, I left in May, and I said, God, I'm gonna do things my own way this time. I can't, I don't have so much heart and time to sit and wait on your timing, even though I really want to, God, I want to do things your way, but I just don't believe that I had to suffer so long suffering. Oh my gosh. So I took it up in my own hands and I left in May. No, the summer was incredibly hot. I had to ride on a bicycle in the sun to and from work every day for at least 30 minutes to 30 minutes back, and to come back to a home with 32 other people. It was terrible. It was the worst experience of my life. I went to work, I was mistreated, and they spoke to you as if you weren't a person, and I was disrespected. And not only that, then I had to come home into no peace at all. It was terrible. It was so awful, and I wanted to come back home, but I couldn't. After 3 months, I had to wait until the end of August to go back home. What happened also was when one day I went to work and I said, God, I decided to do it your way, and you took forever to do the little thing that I asked you for, and no, I am doing it my way, and here I am suffering again. In the moment, it's easy for us to say, well, you should have just trusted God. I mean, it's easy for us as Christians or child of God to just say, yeah, man, you should have just trusted God a little bit more. But in the moment when you're going through the thing, you don't really trust God as much as you think that you trust God. And so you believe that, yes, God, I trust you. I have faith in you. That was me before the entire journey. I thought I had enough faith. I thought I believed in God enough. And so I wasn't going to worry. But when you have gone through a thing, when your faith is tested, when you have gone through a thing, it's like you don't even remember about trust. You don't remember about the faith and everything that you needed for it. It's so difficult. So in it, I felt hopeless, because I did it your way and it didn't work out, and now I'm doing it my way and I am even suffering more. And in the moment I decided, I said, God, I just want to die, because if life is going to continue like this, it makes no sense. I want to die. There's no more hope, and without hope there is no life. So in the moment I said I wanted to die. No, my mother called me and she said that she had a dream about me riding on a bicycle to work one day, and I got hit by a car. And what happened was I was in critical condition. That's what she said in the dream. I was in critical condition after I was rushed to the hospital, and then she said that she prayed against that. And I'm like, that was the day after I asked God that I want to die. And I'm like, God, I asked you to pay my tuition, and you had me suffering for so long just for you to pay the tuition. And I asked to die, and you decide to kill me. Like I asked for that, and you gave it to me. But when I asked for the tuition, you didn't give it to me. Like, what are you trying to say, God? And so I in the moment I realized I did not want to die. I did not want to die. And so my mother prayed against it. When I was going to work the next day there was this lady coming out through a drive-through, and she was trying to go onto the highway. So I was on my bicycle to the right of her, waiting on her to acknowledge me so that I can pass in front or behind her. And what happened was she didn't see me at all, and I thought that she saw me. So when she stopped the car, so I pursued and I went in front of her car. And what happened was she started driving off. She didn't see me at all because she didn't look. and she pressed down on my leg. And what happened, she just bumped my leg, so it wasn't even a whole accident. Like, I was in critical condition. I was okay. By God's grace, I was okay. That was just prayer in work, and I think God allowed that to happen to let me know that, hey, what mommy dreamt was true. It was going to happen. It was because of prayer that it did not happen the way it was supposed to happen. I'm like, in the moment, once again, I was not grateful, because I just could not believe that this could have happened to me. I'm suffering when I went through your way, and I'm suffering even more when I choose my way. So here, whoever is hearing, do it God's way. Do not try to do it your way, because if you try to do it your way, you're gonna put yourself in extra stress and you're gonna suffer even more. It's better to do it God's way. It's better to wait in peace, wait in joy, rather than to go and do it your way and have to suffer. So that's a little message for you guys. So when I got back now from the work and travel program in September, I signed up for the UE scholarship. Suffer even more. It's better to do it God's way. It's better to wait in peace, wait in joy, rather than to go and do it your way and have to suffer. So that's a little message for you guys. So when I got back now from the work and travel program in September, I signed up for the UE scholarships before I left. And even though I made enough money that could pay my tuition from doing it my way, you know, I managed God for September and October, and I was like, God, I've been through too much things. 2019, I've been through too much. And so I was just taking a break from God. That's what I call it, a break from God. And so I said, God, I just need a break. I need a break. And it was in November. I was sitting in my room and I was listening to the song "Oh Come to the Altar" by Elevation Worship, and I was listening, and God says His arms are open wide for us to just come back to Him. And I repented right then and there, and I was like, God, I'm so sorry for having neglected you, for having cursing you, for having trying to do it my own way and suffering even more. And after that, it was, I'm not sure which day it was, but someday in November, I was home and I was sick, and I got a call. And one of those I got a call testimony, I got a call from one of the bursaries of UE, and she let me know that I got the scholarship, and the scholarship that I got was enough to pay off my full second year and my full final year. And even though I tried to do it my own way, it was because I repented that God still allowed me to receive the scholarship that He had in place for me to get. So if I didn't even go on the work and travel program, I was going to get that scholarship if I just waited a little bit longer, if I was just patient a little bit more with God and not rush things and try to do it my own way. God was just trying to say, wait on me, trust me. And after all of that, James, I think it's James chapter 1, 2, verse 3, it says that count it all joy when you go through trials and persecution, because it's a testing of your faith that builds perseverance. It makes us into perfect human beings. So I'm saying, whatever you're going through, don't try to do it your way. Stick with God's way, because that is the better way. Wait on God and just trust Him. Worship Him and trust Him. That's really what He requires of us. I hope that this testimony can be of some encouragement to someone out there to wait on God. That's the word. Thank you guys for listening.